you.
Listen, thank you so much for bringing me back on, and I'm super excited to be on here today. And I've been seeing you, girl. You've been doing your thing, so I'm not mad. I'm so proud of you and what you've been doing, girl. You are constantly on the move, and you still have time to be dedicated to what you started. So that's an awesome thing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement, for the coaching, for the push, all of that to get out of my comfort zone so that I can make those moves, make my move,
Right.
and keep it going. So I appreciate you. So you are coaching. You've been doing some family stuff for a minute because we
Right.
have to take care of that. And now you have a new ebook out. You have a new
Yeah.
coaching session coming out. Tell us what's going on. How can we, what is coaching? Why is it important? And then how can we get involved?
Well, one of the reasons why I started coaching, because I remember myself as a new agent, right? Coming into the business. And when I first came in, mostly everybody kept everything a secret, right? I mean, because I've been in business for what, about 19, 20 years or so. And everything was so hush hush, that they'll only tell you just a little bit for you to know, but then they're going to tell you how to go out there and get it, because everybody thought that we were all in competition. And what I learned about being in this real estate industry, guys, is you have to align yourself with the right type of people. This
Mhm.
is a business where we do better by helping each other, right? And that's by educating each other, helping each other, encouraging each other, motivating each other. And that's one thing that I think helps a lot of real estate agents to be successful. And so that's why I became a coach. I really wanted to help others to scale their business, because I started getting people to just come to me and ask and say, hey, what have you been doing? What are you doing? How are you closing deals? And I see you out there. What are you doing? And so I don't mind sharing, because my business is my business, and I'm gonna still continue to get my business. And I feel like we be blessed when we do that. So, that's why I started coaching. And then you also asked, what do I have? So, like you said, life been life. And so I've been kind of away for, maybe a year or so. And now I am back in full effect, girl. I'm full effect. Y'all should be seeing me everywhere. Coach D, Coach D, Coach D, because I got some new classes coming up. I got some new ways to help agents to scale their business. And I'm just super excited, because this is my passion, and I just love what I do.
Yes, ma'am. And I want to say the first time that I met you, you were training. It was my very first wealthy group mastermind. I had flown down to Atlanta to come and attend that. Didn't know it was the first mastermind ever, but had the opportunity. Great. I mean, the session was absolutely phenomenal. So I just meeting you the very first time, you were doing a training and you did a training and we walked away with leads right then. And it was free leads.
Right.
So, and I love the fact that you said that, basically collaboration over competition, because one of my things is that I know in our area, we all, and I'm guilty too, I've been in the industry for to my daughter 28 years, and we would go out and start our own firms instead of collaborating. And it's so
Right.
much better to collaborate and work together. Not to say that we didn't share information, but we weren't really like working together, and everybody was absorbing the expense of having their own firms, because we know real estate is no little inexpensive hobby to
To do.
to
That's right.
be in. You
That's
better
right.
be planning to do some work and make some moves when you get into this industry. So that
Right.
was what attracted me initially to the wealthy group, was the sharing of information, and that mastermind, that retreat, wealthy retreat, and you teaching us how to get leads for free immediately. So I so appreciate you for being, very pivotal in my decision in joining the Wealthy Group, joining EXP Realty, and being able to collaborate and have those tools and those people in that network and everything to get through. You got me nervous here today. I can't even talk.
Girl, you doing great. And it's so crazy because when we first started, I was like, this girl from when you started into the oven to now, like you got this. You are sounding like a super duper rock star over here. So I'm like, you got this, girl. I can tell that you're comfortable. So stop acting like that.
You just do something to me 'cause so, we got our own little group that you gonna be stuck with us forever, but I know that you're gonna share the wealth with other agents. And I always say you talked about new agents, but it doesn't have to be new agents. We
That's
need
right.
to grow and change and learn at whatever stage because our industry changes overnight every day, it seems like. And that's one of the things that I love is that there's no 2 days that are the same, no two transactions that are the same, even if it's the same client. So even us old heads, we got to continue to grow and to learn. So don't think if you've been in the industry for a while that you don't need a coach, because I know you often talk about that as a coach you have a coach. So
Right. That's right.
you out there for everybody.
And that's the thing though, it's so crazy. And like you said, I kind of talk about new agents. One of the reasons why I hit on a lot of new agents because they're open, their mind is open to learning. A lot of times as seasoned agents, we feel like I know everything, right?
Mhm.
And I don't need anybody. You can't teach me nothing because I'm the one. I'm the rock star in here, you know. And that's just not true. There's always something for us to learn, especially in this industry, because it's constantly changing. Me as a coach, I don't know everything, right? There's stuff
Mhm.
that some of my coaching clients teach me. I'll be like, well, you can do that. So, I mean, but you have to be open to that. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has skill sets and there's just so many things that are out there. Again, we just got to open our mind up to learn. Things are changing. If you're living in the past, you probably will either get business by referrals, right? Because you build your referral base up, but that new business that's out there that's waiting for you, you may be sleeping on because you're not willing to put yourself out there and do some of the new things that everything is evolving to. And right now, we know social media is huge, right? You have to have some type of presence out there, guys. And some people gonna be like, "No, I don't believe that." Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I mean, how do you think Zillow and Homes.com, True? How do you think they're getting their business? How do you think that um, people are buying leads from them? Because they're putting their company out there, and we have to do the same. As small business, we have to work just a little bit harder because we have to go out there and let people know, what it is we do and educate people. Because homeownership is something that you may look at people and say, "Oh, well, they know exactly what to do and how to do it or how to sell their houses." And there's so many people coming up now with that forbearance thing. Now they're looking at what I need to do now from that. You have to let people know that you are that source for them to reach out to, right? And once you do that, guys, people will start knowing that you're that go-to.
Right.
So that's what I always encourage people to do. Stop worrying about what somebody gonna say. Stop worrying about, you don't have the right car, you don't have the right clothes. Be who you are. Dress how you want to dress. Just be the person that you want to be, and you show people you, and then your people are going to come to you. So that's why I just really encourage people to keep on, just get themselves out there and just be who they are.
And I love that you said that because a lot of times, like you said, we see this stereotype and we look and we see what everybody else is doing. And then
Mm,
we're trying to imitate them
that's right.
and not being our authentic selves. And you're not going to get your client. You have to look at yourself. I know I'm not gonna be the one in the nice designer suits and stuff like that. I'm just kind of a chill, casual person. And I sometimes struggle with that. Yeah, you know what you think going back that shopping trip you took me on. I'm like, no,
Oh my God,
but
baby, I'm the one to shop, okay? But
I
but
know, I know. I know, and
Everybody's
I know
not gonna
many
be like
won't.
that, though, Latrice. I mean, you're just not. But look, even though you don't have to do
Mhm,
that, because you're still killing the business, and that's the part that people need to see.
mhm, mhm. Yes,
You're being
being
who
all
you
your own good
are.
self.
You're dressing how
No,
comfortable you feel. And so that's right. That's the right thing to do. You do not have to do all that in order to get people. Let me tell you one thing I learned a long time ago. And this guy, he was like, I remember him up until this day. He showed me so much stuff about investing and different things like that. But he was a broker from Boca Raton, right? And he came
mhm.
down, and this guy was like a millionaire, right? And I'm dressed, got heels on, looking all cute and stuff. And this is my first time meeting him. I was intimidated. I was like, oh, am I gonna be cute? This man walked up with some flip-flops. He had some shorts on, and he had a t-shirt on. And I was like, he dressed like why he dressed like that? Because in my mind, everybody is always talking about you gotta dress. Yeah, girl, these rich people, all of them ain't dressing like that. If you pay attention, they're not necessarily dressing that way. So that's why I said you have to be comfortable with you. If that's not you, you dress how you are, but you bring that fire. You bring that
Mhm,
knowledge to the table. And when you do
mhm.
so, people are going to gravitate to you. It doesn't have to be like that. And that's just, I just like to share that with people because it is what it is. Me
Mhm.
personally, I dress with my comfort, right? How I feel at the time. I dress down, I dress up, I dress in between. I just
Exactly.
like because I like to shop, right? So I'm gonna dress. I'm gonna dress how I dress. Some of it's gonna be name brand, some of it's gonna be off name brand. It's all gonna be cute though.
Exactly. Yes, it is.
But yes, girl, I just had to throw that in there though.
Yes, ma'am. Now, so let's talk about, like, I know that you give a lot of different strategies, and we have to implement those strategies. How do you in your coaching, like, once you give all of these strategies, what do you recommend? Do you recommend people try everything? Do they pick what fits for them? How do you recommend when you're starting to coach and you're giving these different strategies and things so people don't get overwhelmed?
So that's actually a really, really good question. And one of the things I do is I have a strategy session with people first because everybody needs are different. And with that strategy session that I have, I kind of listen to what their needs are, and then I set my goals for them around their specific needs. So you may have somebody who come to me in a strategy session and say, listen, my systems are jacked up. I can get business, but I'm dropping the ball. So my goal and my strategy is going to be how to help them set up a system that automates and do a lot of work on their own, or if they're going to do the system, help them to identify what's the best system for them and to help them what they should have set up for them to be able to keep track of their business. So like I said, everybody's different, and that's the one thing I like about my coaching. Now, when I'm doing group coaching, it's different. Group coaching, you're gonna get everything, right? Because it's a whole group. So I'm gonna talk to you about from the beginning. You can tell them from the beginning to the end. So it may be stuff you have already known before, you know what to do, and that's fine. But on the flip side, if it's just one thing that I told you that I share with you, and you be like, oh my God, you know what? I forgot about that. That actually used to
Mhm,
work with me. So let me
mhm,
start doing that and implementing that. Then I did my job, right?
mhm,
So everything that I do is not going to work for you, but you have to decide what you've learned and what's going to be more comfortable for you and what is going to be easiest for you to implement. And that's what you do. You start there. But don't start and jump from five different things at one time, right? You got to master something. It's always something coming out. And then you take all these classes. I got a class here, I got a class there, a class here, class there, and you're in school full time, but you're not implementing not one single thing, and then you don't close a deal. So how good is that? What are you doing?
Right.
Seeing that I'm in class and showing on social media, oh, I'm in class educating myself. What are you implementing?
Right.
What is changing your real estate business? And if you have not found what it is, then you need to be in coaching. You sometimes you have to invest back into your business. In order to do that, you have to decide that, okay, you know what, it may cost me $150 to have a session or $300 to have 3 sessions, but in the 3 sessions, if I'm going to learn everything I need to know to really truly implement this business that I want to go hard on, then that's what I need to do, you know?
Mhm, mhm. Yep, I love that. I love that because I know in real estate, and I tell a lot of people, there's so many things, there's so many different areas that you can work in real estate, and then you can get paralyzed because you're overwhelmed. And I know there's like a lot of training when you're getting started, and you have to figure out what works for you and
Mhm.
implement it. And then maybe you can add something on the next time. Add on this. Or maybe this doesn't work for you and you need to make a change. So I love that you give us so many. Can I give just a couple of things you've shared with us
Yes,
this
you
morning? So,
can.
going out and meeting at the schools, going into the schools and becoming, doing things for the teachers,
Mhm.
joining our local groups, home buyer seminars, virtual, in person, home seller seminars. So you give us your coaching clients a lot of different. I'm not going to put everything out there, so you can do, but you give us strategies, not just go do this, but you tell us A, B, C, D to
Right.
go and implement. So I
Absolutely.
love that those are just a couple. Facebook, there's so many. I can't even Facebook ads, marketplace ads, and different ways to be creative with them. So I
Right.
know you got a free class coming up tonight. Tell us a little
Yes,
bit
I
about your free
do.
classes coming up tonight, and then about your ebook.
Okay, so let me tell you, the coaching class that I have is really a guide on simple things that we sometimes overlook and things that are actually free for us to be able to utilize. So we're going to be talking about free tools that's going to help you scale your business, right?
Is Penny
And
still hanging
so
around?
look, girl, it have to be Fanny, right? but to scale their business is using free tools. Stop that. To scale your business using free tools is the most important thing for especially new agents that don't have the funds, or even seasoned agents that don't have the funds. And we're talking about following up, prospecting for your business, and what do you do in order to keep up with what's going on when you send people over to the lender? How do you track that? How do you make sure that you're making the right type of content that you're putting out there? And so the class that I'm having today is going to enlighten you on some of the things that you probably already use, and you can see that there's a lot more to it, right? And so that's what I want to share with you guys tonight. The people who are actually going to join in. Finny, stop it. I'm sorry, y'all. I do
That's
apologize.
okay. Finney says she need her attention.
Finny, I should have put Finny outside. I'm gonna sit her right here in my lap. So anyway, that is it. And then my book. Oh my God, I'm so. Let me tell you something, Latrice. That ebook, people think that sometimes when you're doing you're doing ebooks and things, a lot of people are utilizing AI to help write things. And I ain't gonna lie, I use it a lot too to help put my words in order, right? And help
Mhm.
set things up. So it's a great tool to use. But my ebook is the bomb.com. I'm gonna be honest. It's about helping people to really run their business like a business. And it's like from rookie to CEO, right? So
Mhm.
how do you be a rookie to becoming a CEO? How do you literally get to the point where, you know what, now I need to do this? So the book is about 48 pages. It's 8 chapters, but every chapter that is in there has something for you to implement, okay, and
Mhm.
something for you to do. The book is only 14.99 right now. The price is going to be going up to 24.99. But I'm telling you, that book is worth people literally getting it, investing at 14.99, because I think it's going to help a lot of people to scale their business.
So how
And
do they get it?
huh,
Is there a link that we can put in the chat for them to get the ebook
yes, yes,
and to register for tonight?
yes, 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 yes. We can definitely do that. But what I want to do, Latrice, for you having me on, I am going to gift you a copy of my book,
Oh,
and I want you to read it, and I want you to just give your honest feedback to people and let them know
okay.
if you think you've been in business a long time. So you'll know whether or not it's a book that's really truly going to help them to scale their business. So what I want everybody to do is go to my Coach D coaching platform, and on my Coach D coaching platform, they can go to my ebook section and look for the ebook. Then I'll put it in the chat. So do I just need to put it under comments, or
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
okay? I think I'm
Yes,
under
put under
comments,
comment.
but it says search here. I just want to make sure I'm under the same thing. Is that the right part where it says search in that search box?
We'll go to comments and at the bottom, right beside all, do you see that little arrow? You should see
Mhm.
a little box right there that you can type it in. Not the search box, but the one below it. Do you see it?
Mm-mm. Maybe I don't.
Okay.
Is it under chat? Oh, I see. I got to
If
go into
you,
group. Okay. All right. I got you.
uh-huh.
I
Okay.
got you.
So you
So,
can put it in.
and I am going to send you a free copy. And when you get
Yay.
a chance, I really want you to read it and see what you think about it. But go to my platform, guys, Coach D Coaching, and then go up under events. You can register for the class today, which is the class is scale your business without breaking the bank, or learn how to scale your business without breaking the bank. And then my ebook is from rookie to CEO. And so those are the two I want you guys to really get into. If you're interested, guys, I promise you, you will not, you can buy a book sometime, be like, they ain't told me nothing. They ain't showed me how to do nothing. This is not that book, okay? This is not that book. Your girl has dropped some gems, okay? So I want you to get in there and see what I'm talking about, guys. Get your book, and then book your strategy session, and let's get you to grow on your business.
Okay. So I didn't see where you put in there. So I just put in coachdcoaching.com in the
Okay.
chat. So
Okay.
that's where they can go to register for the class tonight. And what time does it start?
It started at
Where
7
do they
p.m.
need to be?
Eastern. Yep, 7
7
p.m.
p.m.
Eastern.
Eastern and
Yeah.
live via Zoom online. They ain't got to come to Atlanta to get in the class. They can do it
No,
online.
via Zoom. And it's
Okay.
free, girl. Tell them they better jump in these free classes when they can.
Yes, because you are definitely getting well more than what you pay for. I'm usually a firm believer in you get what you pay for, but
Yeah,
Coach D and the information that she provides in these free classes, if you just go and implement that, imagine what you get in the paid classes. So
right.
come test it out, see what you think, get the ebook, read it, and I promise you, you're going to get something, and then you just got to implement it
Yeah,
because you can get all the information in the world. We can get paralyzed with, oh my gosh, where do I start? Just start.
that's right.
Just
That's all
start.
you have to do is start. Start somewhere. Don't sit here and have your license, guys, and be out there showcasing and not closing no deals. It's time to scale up. And now is the time. You got we're halfway through the year. And now if you start now, guys, you can make a difference in your business. You just have to get started.
So I heard that the market was terrible and nothing was selling. What? I mean, why should I even try right now? Do I need to just wait until the market gets better and then think about activating my license and what you got to say to
Listen, let me tell you
that?
something. One thing about real estate And this is why you can look at real estate is no matter what type of market is that we're in, somebody's always gonna be buying, somebody's always gonna be selling, somebody's always gonna be losing a house, somebody's always gonna be investing in a house. There's always going to be somebody out there that you can work with. But if you're not putting yourself out there, guys, you are wasting your time, right? You're
Mm,
wasting your time. Knowledge is power. And I say that all the time. You need to go out there and educate somebody on what it is that you do so that they can know it's the time to invest. One thing that I say, and I'm gonna give you one little insert that I always say to people is and I did a video about this, and I said one thing that we can do because prices right now, we're talking about inflation, right? And one of the ways that we can beat inflation, guys, is to position ourselves in building wealth and building a legacy. And how do you do that? You do that through home ownership. That's
mhm.
a way to tackle inflation. Okay. So you have got to put yourself out there. Stop it, Finny. You have got to really put yourself out there. So think about what I just said. And
I-
so if that is the key, then you have to put yourself out there to educate people and let them know this is how you beat what's going on right now. Position yourself, right?
mhm, mhm.
So that you can be in a position so that you can, if they take social security away, if they take, mess with different things, you have equity because you've built wealth into the property that you're buying. Because right now when you're renting, you're only building wealth for the seller,
Um,
the person who's
mhm,
renting, the landlord, right?
mhm, mhm.
So now you got to think about it on the flip side. What can I do for me? I got to have somewhere to stay. So
That's right.
how do I position myself? Okay. So that's how you have to tell people. You got to educate them the right way. It's all about what you say. That's it.
Mhm, mhm. And you teach us strategies for that. So
That's right.
what
That's
to say, how to say it. So I encourage everybody, and the systems are important because, and you get that you start with the basics, like
yeah.
because if your systems are messed up, you're gonna be all over the place. You're gonna miss out on leads and following up and all of that. So
Right.
start with the basics and then continue on, and then your business, run your business like a business,
That's
and
right.
you help
Absolutely.
with the whole process with that. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Any final words of encouragement that you
um,
have for?
the only thing that I would leave everybody with is one thing that you have to start with no matter what it is that you decide that you want to do in life is you have to have belief in yourself. If you do not believe that you could do whatever it is that you're about to do, then why would anybody else believe it? And it shows in you that you don't have the faith that you are strong enough to be able to be that person or knowledgeable enough to be able to help somebody. So it
Mm.
has to start from you and it has to start from within. So that's what I my last thing I just want to say is that you have to believe in you first, guys, and believe that you have the ability to be successful. And once you start that and you truly believe, then you move to the next step with implementation. What am I going to implement? What do I need to do in order to reach the goals that I need to do? And that helps you to really do that by understanding your why. What is your why? Why am I doing what I'm doing? So all of this stuff is important, guys. And before you jump out there and just get it, understand get a clear message to what it is that you're trying to do and a clear strategy to what it is that you need to do and believe that it is something that you can do. And I think that you'll be successful in your business.
Well, you just said a word. You, you just said a word. It's all up here.
That's
It's all
right.
up here. You
That's
start here.
right.
Thank you so much. I do want to give a plug because one of the strategies that you also tell us is partnering with new home constructions, new home builders. So we took that to heart up here in the Triangle area, the Triangle Wealthy Group, and we are actually having an event tomorrow. We're having two events with DR Horton
Okay.
at Copper. Oh my gosh, copper leaf. No, not copper leaf. I can't think of the name of it, but I'll drop it in there. But we're having an event with them. Tomorrow is an agent event. So it's going to be
Mhm.
one of our next level masterminds in person. So we're inviting agents out, licensed real estate professionals out to a lunch and learn to learn what DR Horton, they have a special credit repair program.
Mhm.
And so we can, that's another tool that we can put in our tool belts to be able to help our clients that might not be ready, but they want to know they want to purchase soon and they do all of the work.
Mhm.
So go to twgpresents.com to register for that. If you could register today before like 4 o'clock, so that I can get her the numbers for lunch and come out and get some education with us and tour their new community. It's a great location right off of Carper Run South is what it is, right between 70 and Angier, right up the street from the airport. So perfect location, townhomes, great townhomes. So and then the other thing that we're going to do is for our clients that are interested in purchasing, we're going to have an event on July 12th at 2 o'clock at the same subdivision. And that'll be available at TWG Presents as well. So you can go out, register for those events and join us and see the work that Coach D is teaching us and how we're implementing it. Because I know as a coach, or as a teacher, as a parent, or whatever, we love to see when our students, our children
Right?
implementing the work. So we are doing the work up here, Coach D.
I
And
love it. I love it, girl. It makes me smile because I'm like, baby, that right there is a game changer alone. Just what you guys are doing right now is a true game changer for your business. So partnering with new construction, that's my number one go-to, right? So
Mhm.
I love what you guys are doing. Y'all keep on doing what you do, and people join them. I'm gonna give them a shout out and plug. Join them if you're struggling in your business and you're up there in Durham. Listen, you don't have to go there. You do not have to go there and be struggling trying to act like you. What they say, make it, fake it till you
You can
make
say
it.
you make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go out there and actually get it. Okay, let's go get it. Let that be your your challenge to yourself. Position yourself with the right type of people that's going to help you grow. And that's where you guys have people have got to start. So if you're looking and you're listening and you're wondering if they killing it, I'm gonna tell you, Latrice alone is killing it by herself. So just imagine what the group is actually doing, man. I know you guys are doing great things.
We do. We have a great group. So thank you so much, Coach D.
Thank
Y'all enjoy the rest of your Monday. I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you pushing me out of my comfort zone because that was one of the things you said was you gonna get out here, you gonna get on social media. Because I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. And so get out of your comfort zone because you ain't gonna go nowhere with comfort. You got to
That's
get
right.
out of your comfort zone. So thank
That's
you
right.
so much for pushing me to do something that I would never thought I would have done. And I can see it. And the other thing I was going to also say is that you don't always know who's watching. And I know you told me this.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
it, didn't- Even if nobody ever makes a comment,
That's
nobody ever whatever, I could run into so many people and they're like, "Oh, I really appreciate it." And so don't think that because somebody is not saying to you, "Oh, I saw this," or somebody's not making any comments. People are watching, and when they need you, they will reach out to you. So
that's it. That's it. Absolutely. I'm glad you said that,
see,
girl. Yes. So people be so scared. They be like, ain't nobody coming, ain't nobody they watching. I looked at my algorithm the other day. I had 27,000 views on my page within the last month.
wow.
And I'm telling you, my likes and comments didn't add up. So that tells you alone, people are watching you. People are
Hmm.
watching you. So keep doing what you're doing and make sure that you're posting with consistency and you're
Hmm.
posting the right type of stuff. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Not family drama, but
Oh,
let's
yeah.
let's
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. I know we could be here forever just going on because there's so much to learn and to share. But remember, y'all go out and register for her class. It's free tonight at 7 o'clock. p.m.
Right.
Eastern Standard Time
Hmm.
from the comfort of wherever you are, and then get the ebook. 48 pages. I'm sure it is an easy read, and I'm going to find out myself. I'm sure it's an easy read, and I'm sure that it has goo gobs of information that you can implement and apply and grow your business, even in what is most people are saying is a challenging market. People,
Right.
like she said, are buying and selling real estate every single day.
That's
So
right. That's
go do
right.
it.
All
All
right.
right. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Bye,
ladies.
Penny. Bye, Coach D.
Bye. Say I'm so bad. I can't help
That's
it.
mama's baby.
Bye, girl.
Bye, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Remember to
All
make
right,
your
you
move
too,
because every
darling.
step counts. Bye.
Get off of here.